Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have alternative rock band Threaded.
Thanks for having us.
I just want to start out with some fun questions, but before that, can you guys go around the room, introduce yourself, and what instrument you play?
Sure. I'll start. Ian, I do vocals and guitar.
I'm Mitch, I play guitar.
Kyle and I do bass and background harmonies.
Shane, I do drums.
What was one of your favorite albums growing up?
Especially if it's like diving deep way back years and years ago.
Yeah.
Because I was into really weird stuff like 2007 metalcore, like
True.
Like Bullet for My Valentine. What was that album? The Poison, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Maybe that, even though it's nothing like what we do.
One of my favorite albums when I was a kid, and I actually just recently, there was a sale at Family Dollar on CDs, and I got it for 50 cents. It was Shaggy's Wasn't Me.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Love that album.
I really liked the Foo Fighters when I was growing up. Their album, The Color and the Shape, is really solid throughout.
That album does roll.
Yeah. I'm going to throw back to my first CD I got. Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, and hot dog flavored water.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
I was blessed with that gift as a child. And now we're here.
Okay, first concert you attended?
This was tough for me because I was a child of like Christian rock and all that stuff, so I got taken to so many quote Christian
Christcore
concerts, kind of like that. Like I saw Skillet and stuff like that, but the first I always call it the first real concert I went to was August Burns Red at Altar Bar before that closed.
Ooh,
Nice.
And Beartooth opened up as like a no name for them.
yeah.
I think
It also put a false sense of what a concert was for me because they just opened up and were a small band, and the opener, Beartooth, like dove off the top speaker system thing. So like I thought that's what normal concerts were like. The opener comes in and like tears the place to the ground. Yeah.
I think the first show that I ever went to that wasn't like a local show probably would have been The Devil Wears Prada when they were on that Zombie EP tour, I think, at Mr. Smalls. I'm like 98% sure that we are, I can't even think of the band now. They opened for every single like band for like 3 years.
Was it Gideon?
No, we came as Romans.
Okay.
We came as Romans was the opener for like 3 years for every package, and they were definitely on that too.
Yeah.
I always give a double answer because I don't know if the first one counts. I saw Leonard Skinner after a Pirate game, which, I mean, to me, it was a full concert and was sick. And it was double billed. It was Leonard Skinner and 38 Special. And if that doesn't count, then it was Kiss at the Mellon Arena. The last year at the Mellon.
Damn.
Dude, those are bangers.
Yeah. Man, I can't think of what mine was. It was either Foo Fighters at the console. I think it was the console at that time, or actually the sickest lineup ever. It was I think might have been the first one. It was Rise Against, A Day to Remember, and Title Fight at Stage AE.
That
It was a legendary concert.
Yeah,
Wow.
Shed era.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was nuts.
Wow.
Okay. I want to get into a little bit of background. What age did you start like playing guitar, playing drums, singing, playing bass, and what sparked your interest to pursue like music? Was it like a band, a song? What was it?
I've answered this so many times for like people at work. I know I was 12 years old and I wanted nothing to do with playing guitar. My brother wanted to play guitar. I thought it was dumb. I was like, don't do that. That's stupid. But we were so young. They're like, if he's going to take lessons, you're going with him. So I went, and then I ended up being the one that liked it more. So it's funny how that works. But so I really didn't have any band that I wanted to sound like or play. I didn't know anything. They were like, you know what Smoke on the Water is? Never heard it. So when he showed me that, I was like, oh my God, first time I ever heard this. So yeah, I guess just playing it made me want to get in it. Black Sabbath, that got introduced early on, and then I was like, all right, now I gotta buy this. Yeah. So thanks, brother. Thanks, Brian.
I started playing guitar whenever I was probably like 10 or 11 years old. I got into like, I'm really fortunate the area that I grew up in had a lot of really cool like local bands going on. And I remember going to just one of those shows and being like, that is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And from then on, I just haven't put it down.
I got into music. I started playing keys. I would take some lessons from my brother when he was taking formal lessons. I decided that wasn't really for me. Then I jumped back in playing guitar when I was like 12. And then jumped in playing bass in some bands and decided that was like really more for me. And I love the bass more than guitar now, I would say. And I would honestly say, I was dwelling on this, I think Guitar Hero really got me into wanting to play guitar, honestly.
100%.
I'm sure a lot of people our age.
So that's true, because my brother wanted to play. Guitar Hero was the reason that he probably wanted to play, and it got me into it too.
Yeah. I think mine was circling back to the last one. Whenever I went to see the Foo Fighters, Dave, I think I was like 13 or 14 or something, and like Dave Grohl said something along the lines, don't quote me on this. He said something like, yeah, screw this, like video games or whatever. He's like, pick up a guitar, pick up an instrument, and like learn how to play it and like keep the shit going or something. So I got a guitar for Christmas that winter, and then just kind of started going from there.
Musical influences.
All over the place. I think like all that old metalcore that I listened to, like I Killed the Prom Queen and Parkway Drive before they started to suck horribly after like 2009 or so. Those guys for sure, but then in our world, more like the usual suspects were Nothing, Fleshwater, all that. I'm trying to think, even more of the bands that we played with, like Velvet, I think is awesome. Love Velvet.
That band rolls.
Who else? I'm trying to think. I mean, all the slightly smaller bands, but still huge to me. Money, Trauma Ray, all those guys. Glimmer. Yeah, Glimmer from New York. A lot of bands from the New York, Philly side, and then a lot of Texas bands that I like a lot, and then California as well. It seems like those are the three hot spots that come up for me.
Yeah.
For me, as far as in this vein of influence, I feel like you can't escape Title Fight being an influence in any genre that you're playing. I love that band. I also am like obsessed with Cloakroom. I love that band immensely. I would say that is like probably my biggest influence.
What album was that? The Seedless Star album, whatever that was.
Further Out.
Further Out.
Love that album.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Agreed on all the ones said before, but to build on that, I think most of us really like some hardcore music too. So
Yeah.
Incendiary. I know Mitch probably really got me into Zabalba. Some bands like that with some really like dirty bass tone. And aside from that, I really like jam music. I'm a Deadhead, so try to bring some like psychedelic elements into it, I guess too.
And some like music theory and knowledge and
Yeah.
and know-how.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also on the same page as you guys. Yeah, just some Nothing, some Super Heaven, stuff I grew up with in like middle school, like Turnover and
Turnover's a good call.
yeah, just that hardcore too. Just I love heavy downbeat stuff, which is a lot of our stuff is very downbeat and grungy.
Okay. When I was listening to some of your music, and I could hear a little bit of Chevelle. Are you guys influenced by Chevelle at all?
I've heard that before, and I
Yeah.
don't think I try and write like them, but I did enjoy them growing up a lot. And then, like, even Oliver from Dead Horse One has told me that some of my guitar stuff sounds like Chevelle, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's really weird that you mentioned that, because seriously, just yesterday I was messaging with some of my friends, and I was like, guys, a band that I never really like paid attention to, but like they got some songs of Chevelle. So like this whole week I've been listening to only Chevelle. That's super weird.
I remember listening to, I think I bought The Red or something on iTunes many years ago.
I mean, they're in constant rotation on the X.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you can't, avoid it.
prior to having like my own car with like being able to choose the music, that was definitely on rotation.
And I don't know what they do in studio, but like respect to them for being a three-piece and
Yeah.
being that interesting and creative with, one guitar who's also singing. Like, that's hard.
I didn't know they were a three-piece.
Yeah.
Huh.
As far as I know. Don't quote me. Pretty sure.
Okay. How did you guys get together and make a band? Did you all know each other? Did you put ads out looking for members? How did that go about?
I thought about this on the way over here because I was like, what are the dates of these things? But I have videos as far back. It was like just like crappy iPhone videos in the corner, like at your house from like even as far as 2019, late 2019, I think. Because we met at Penn State New Ken branch and just kind of jammed a little bit around, right?
Yeah.
And we always, us three, Kyle, Shane, and I, we just always would just kind of play some stuff, play some covers, play our best attempt at like a Super Heaven song or something like that. And
I think like I got in the mix like pretty much right after COVID. I went to high school with Kyle and Shane, and Kyle dated my little sister whenever we were like very young, and we played hockey together in high school and stuff. I've known Kyle for a super long time, known Shane for a while, going to school with him, and I feel like it was, I don't even remember who it was. It was like a mutual friend that knew that you guys were looking for somebody else to play guitar.
Tyler Mecklin.
Yeah, T-Mac.
Oh, yeah.
T-Mac.
And then I came out and jammed with you guys, and it's been that since.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so, it's funny. So, yeah, me and Kyle, we were in, like shitty pop punk band.
Yeah, we covered a while, and then we started, real, like, first-time writing type of stuff. Like, there were some that, looking back, maybe a little cringe, but yeah. We really, like, cut our teeth together in some of our first bands trying to write stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, and then me and Ian were going to, like you said, Penn State and UConn. We were in the same, like, major and stuff, and you came in with, like, a Tony Danza tap dance shirt on, and I was like, dude, that band fucks. Like,
I never thought anyone on earth would know who that is.
Hell yeah. And then he goes, oh, yeah, like, I play guitar and stuff. I was like, dude, I got a drum set at my house 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
We have, like, 3 hours before our next class. Let's do this.
That's that military corps, dude. Hold the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. That might have been like 2017 or 18, probably, maybe.
Yeah,
Something
probably.
Like
Yeah,
maybe even earlier. Might have been 16.
Then once I realized you could jam, I was like, Kyle, come in here, we can get a full band going. And then,
Yeah. Then the vocals were just the problem. We even tried to get Sam Nelson even to sing some stuff, and then it's just like, it's too much of an effort. I'm like, fuck, I'll just do my best. I still can't sing, but
You're great,
You
man.
say
make
that.
it work. And then But it's like a cool challenge because then everything has to be kind of guitar playable while singing. So you won't sit there for hours trying to make something that's like fancy and overly complicated because like I can't do it, while doing both things at the same time. So it's like interestingly restrictive.
Yeah. So yeah, we just started doing that, and then me and Ian would just kind of do like GarageBand on the iPhone because you could send it back and forth to each other during COVID.
Yeah, like in the cloud, so it would be like Google Docs for homework or something that updates in real time and whatever. So that was the best.
So yeah, over COVID, that's pretty much whenever like all of Numb to the Taste was written on GarageBand.
Yeah, we wrote Tangle. I was sitting I guess I had the idea previously, but when I put it in GarageBand, I was in a hotel for work in, what was it? It was Illinois somewhere. Yeah, Illinois. And I had like a $100 guitar I bought from Guitar Center there just to have something, and then put that together. And then I sold that guitar later anyway. It was just like a long-term rental or something. But yeah, we had Tangled written in like a hotel room while you're back at home, back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of it, little adapter into a phone and a guitar and at home or in a rocking chair or at a hotel.
The iRig.
Yeah, the iRig.
Yeah, you got me that little setup.
Hey, it works.
Cool.
I've heard, like, While She Sleeps, that band, they released something that had some demos on it that were, like, really, really, really rough. Like,
GarageBand
really rough.
demos.
Yeah, that or worse even, because there was, like, no drums whatsoever. Like, and I'm like, we're kind of, like, doing demos as good or a little better than some big touring bands, so,
Do we still have that SoundCloud up?
I think it's somewhere. It's somewhere.
You can find the GarageBand demos online somewhere.
I think so.
Yeah, that's how I learned the first couple of songs whenever I first started jamming with you guys. I was sitting on that SoundCloud fucking going at it, man.
I don't know, I think it's like, maybe the wrong word, inspirational, but if you're like, hey, I like what they're doing and it seems cool, you'd be like, well, this is kind of how we do it, just get something down, worry about it sounding better later.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you come up with the band name?
Oh, God. I think I was not digging any of the names Shane was giving me, and eventually he landed on this one, and I was like, that one's fine, let's do that. Because you had some that were, like, way out there, like Hazy Jane or something. And I remember that. Yeah, who's Jane? Diary Jane. But
could be.
I think we just landed on it. Like, it was a one-word thing, and we're like, good.
There was a laundry list in the Notes app that we shared. It just like it was a huge list, and we were like, screw it, we'll just go with this and see what happens, and then we just never changed it. So
I can't imagine being anything else.
I can't either. And there is another band we screwed up. There is a threaded
the
UK.
British people.
Yeah,
oh no way.
They're like a folk band.
So they are. So we kind of screwed up there, but they haven't given us any problems, and we don't want to give them any issue either. So if they're okay, we're okay. We can coexist. You guys are from the UK, we're US. So yeah.
And what city are you based out of?
Call it Pittsburgh because no one would know.
Yeah.
These three are all pretty close. I guess you could call it like.
We're all based out of the AK Valley, out of Kiski Valley, brother.
Yeah, like New Kensington-ish. We're like 40 minutes out of the city. Ian's out in Greensburg.
Mm-hmm. So we're all like equal distance from Pittsburgh, but I'm the farther away one, so just down south of everyone, 40 minutes or so.
We're based out of Ian's garage, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to go into a couple songs. But first, I wanted to talk about your album, The Place You Know, the EP. Where did you guys record that, and who was the producer on that?
So we went through Tyler McGuire of Pogo Recording Studio right here in, what is that, Apollo?
He's in like near
It's
Avonmore.
Apollo address.
I think if you look him up on Google, I think
It's in the middle of the
little
woods.
cabin in the woods.
Yeah, for real, a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, he did that. He produced all that, and then Shane Evans did the mastering, right?
Yeah.
He did the mastering for that, which is another awesome local talent.
Leechburg.
Yeah.
It's all based off the Kiski River, this whole little area.
Yeah, just like friends we had that knew that were good at what they did. So luckily, we didn't have to reach out too far or do anything too. I call it professional. I guess
Yeah.
it was pretty much all.
And the nice
DIY.
thing about it, like Tyler uses Pro Tools. I didn't know anything about anything when we started doing this, but I was like, okay, if I get Pro Tools, then I basically kind of make the demo, get it kind of roughed in, have effects kind of how I want to get it sounding close, and then I just transfer the whole session to him so that he has that stuff. So then when he goes to track drums and everything, it's not like he's just taking raw audio stems and everything's max volume 0 or whatever, and he's just trying to figure out where things are. So he kind of gets a running start in that way, which is really nice. I don't think a lot of people have that luxury. I think most bands probably don't have anything at all and probably have like a demo on a phone or something, and then they go into the studio and have to do every single part. I'm recording like direct input guitar stuff, shipping it over to him. I might have like an amp sim so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like, and then we'll reamp it with him, which is just taking that signal, shooting it out of his computer into a real amplifier, again recording that amplifier. So I feel like we're kind of high tech, for lack of a better word, on the recording process and how we make it
Resourceful.
We're resourceful.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yeah. And he's taught me a lot with that stuff, so it's good, like a good relationship, symbiotic relationship, I guess.
Okay. I wanted to talk about a song off that album, Rot, and it's featuring Sami Engler. How did you collaborate on that song?
Sammy's been a good friend of ours. She also went to school with us three. And she's always had pipes.
Excellent voice.
Yeah.
I remember she was at your house once or something and just singing along to, I think someone was playing like a Fleetwood Mac song or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She was singing along and your parent or your mom or something came down like, I thought that was on the radio or what's going on, because it was her singing. I remember that.
Yeah, and she was down for it, so we were like, this would be a perfect like back and forth song.
Hit the pity sex vibe with the lady vocals. Big time.
Yeah.
Have a good singer for once that can like hit stuff, Not 1,000 takes. She did that in like one take, for real. I had all the vocals sung and I was just like, hey, can you just do half of these and just kind of copy me? Not exactly. She did different notes and stuff, which is great. But it was like one take, pretty much. So, and that I didn't even take her to the studio for that. That was in the garage, the threaded garage. So
Yeah.
it was just like a simple SM58 or something microphone. I just had her do her best in that moment, and it was good enough. Tyler kind of polished it up, got rid of all the maybe background noise type stuff if there was a little bit of computer fan stuff or whatever. But yeah,
That was like right at the end of like a practice.
yeah,
It was like kind of like a.
I think we did a practice and then just said, can you come? And then also stick around for like 30 minutes after if you can and just put some vocals down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
She crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It blended well together,
Yeah. For sure, yeah. I wanted her to do all the vocals on the bridge and not have mine at all, and then Tyler was insistent on using both of them.
You gotta use both. To me, that's big, like,
Yeah.
White Hot Moon album, Pity Sex, like, that rules.
Yeah. Tyler's really helpful too, like almost sort of doing like a production type thing where you'd be like, I don't know, I think it'd sound really cool if like you tried this or that.
Yeah. He has some good ideas on the production, like in Palette, a lot of those reverse reverb swells into the choruses and stuff that that stuff, like he's suggesting those things, doing those things without us asking, and then like, what do you think? So it's good.
Yeah, group effort.
Mm-hmm.
Small from you know
Okay, the next song is called Swell, and it was on a split EP with Crash Nebula. Um, can you guys tell me like a memory about creating that song?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of whenever we even wrote that song.
I know how it came apart, which was you were like, "Hey, check out these chords for Crash" at the time. And I was like, "Wow, I really like those chords. I think maybe I'll take those chords." And I think I probably played one or two of them wrong, but definitely that very first chord on it is what you were playing that day, and I started with that. Yeah, just a really fun song because you're kind of I don't know the technical, but you're playing the bass note, skipping a bunch of strings, playing maybe the third or something like that. Like you're skipping the fifth or something. But I'm just kind of changing the bass note a lot. I don't know. Music.
It's like in drop tuning, it's a big crazy stretch. Mm-hmm. But like in the standard tuning, it's like playing an octave chord and using either your middle finger or your ring finger to like change the bass note.
Yeah. So it's like the story of my life, not knowing what I'm doing.
Me too. I don't know.
Doing my best with it. And it turned out pretty good. So I know one chord, and that's it.
Yeah, that was a nice split to do because we always have like a decent backlog of just like songs kind of chilling there about like 75%, 80%. We were like, these ones are a little like upbeat, a little like I don't want to call it happier, but it kind of has that vibe to it. And so when we did that split with Crash, we were like, these will be perfect for this because they really fit the vibe of the other EPs and singles and whatnot. So yeah, that was a good
different sound for us, different production because Shane Evans pretty much handled that one. The guy who mastered the Place did the production, the mixing, and everything for that split, for everything, for the Crash stuff and our stuff. So sounds different, you can tell.
Yeah, I remember recording drums for that, and then 3 weeks went by, I didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, here's a finished, mixed and mastered song. I was like, whoa.
I think it was cool for both bands. I think that we both tried to take each other's sound and take our take at it, Yeah,
we met in the middle a little bit.
Yeah.
Both bands.
Unfortunately, I'm in both, so it was easy for me to do both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just like a cool record placeholder, I should say, or something in time to be like, oh, these two things existed at the same time and kind of are together forever a little bit in some way.
Yeah, cool. We were doing a lot of Crash Threadula shows at that point in time.
Yeah. Get both bands on a show.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Then you have to work double duty and just play twice as long.
Okay. Do you guys got any upcoming shows before the end of the year?
I don't think we have any at the moment that are official, do we?
Not before the end of the year.
Yeah, we have a couple in the air, maybe. Just gotta see if we're available.
Mm-hmm. I caused the problem there just because I travel for work so much. I have like a heavy fall and spring season and stuff, so if you're watching this and you're from a band that has ever hit us up in any way and we said, no, I'm sorry, it was probably me. So I take responsibility for that. But thank you for asking. So
yeah, you'll be on the road for what, like, you can be out there for a month, 2 months at a time.
At the moment, my schedule is horrible. Like, all of March is gone. I have 2 weeks in February at the beginning and end, then, like, March, gone. and then it drags into April a little bit, and it just makes me sad to even look at it. So I'm hoping that something changes and I get a little break somewhere in there, just because living out of a hotel for 8 weeks, 6 weeks, that's not fun. Even if it's a decent one.
The silver lining is you come up with some
I get some off time.
Great ideas.
And great
too,
ideas,
like song ideas while you're in like the hotel.
There's something to say about that. You get a little recording device, whether that's your iRig like we talked about, just straight into a phone and a guitar, and you're kind of stuck in a hotel, so your options are go to sleep, get terrible takeout, or make a song.
Or all three.
Yeah. It's nice your distractions are gone. You can't mow the grass or something if you're in a Marriott hotel 1,000 miles away, so you just kind of make something. It's nice.
Okay, what's your plans for 2026?
Full LP, something. Got to put something out for the year.
Yeah, we have a ton of backlog. Just kind of work out and actually get them 100% of the way, because they're all 80% or just.
It'd be nice to come up with a bunch more between Mitch, Kyle, whatever, and just like pick what you really want instead of just making it like, oh, we gotta hit 8 songs and we have like 4 that we like, or we have 6 that we like. It'd be nice to have like 20 songs and then pick, and then maybe hold on to them, because I just saw an interview with Greek Death where they were talking about their newest album, which I love, and obviously, but they were saying like the new album, they were confident in it because half those songs existed for New Hell and they just didn't fit the vibe, so they held on to them, and then when that was time for the next LP, they're like, well, we got these ones already to go, and just write some more, like just keep it for the next time, or it'd be cool, like you mentioned recently, put like one of the extra ones on physical only or something, That would be cool.
Yeah.
Give you an incentive to have physical, since nowadays it seems like there's less and less reason to have physical anything.
Speaking of physical,
Oh yeah, over there.
where's it located? We just got these new boys.
First LP vinyl.
Both
not
of them?
LP, I guess double EP we should call it.
Yeah, this is a collection of most of our discography here.
Most of the songs with the
I had
record
that
sliding
upside
out.
down. That was my fault. But yeah, this has both EPs, the single terminal, single palette. You can show them the stickers on that too. It's just black, but it has the stickers, and then it also has Beaten Path from the split we did with Dead Horse 1. So pretty excited about that. And rather than put an LP out that is just like an EP, which I know is fine, some bands do it, this has more. It's pretty much full to the brim. I could not fit any more music on this. I forget what the limit is minute-wise. I think 48 minutes, somewhere around that is the limit, but this is both sides full. So I think it's cool, good value. This one's the cover is the Numb to the Taste, but possibly we'll have The Place You Know as the front cover. It's all going to be the same stuff, just what art is on the front. So
Yeah.
we mentioned
Since
that.
we have everything kind of broken up into EPs and singles, it's nice to have something with just everything.
Yeah, because when I listen to a vinyl, I just want to like put it on and
Let
have
it
it go as long as possible. I have a couple, like I have Money's EP, Money, I guess it's called. And it's only 4 songs or something, so it's just like I feel like I'm walking back over. I'm just doing it again and again and again, or I'm putting something else on. So
You can't clean the kitchen to that.
yeah, exactly.
You need more.
Exactly. We're spoiled in the streaming age, so that's the idea behind that, at least.
Okay. Where can we get a hold of you guys? Facebook, Instagram?
Instagram's probably the primary.
Yeah, Instagram's the primary. For some,
Bandcamp, we would love if people,
Yeah.
at least maybe not hitting you up for a show. That would be Instagram, but like everything else, if you want to look at merch and music and stuff, like streaming does nothing. And if you want to help support the band, like Bandcamp's the way, because we're just not really making money. You're just putting it towards recording stuff. Like you got to give Tyler some money. Can't spend all this time and effort for free. So anything we get just kind of goes back into the machine recording, giving him some money, getting mixing done, mastering done.
it lightens the load.
Yeah, it just makes it a little easier there. There's no real money in any music stuff these days, unfortunately. Just like the big touring bands, it's all they have to tour to make like an income and stuff. But
Yeah,
that's
Why
why I
it all
like
comes down to
Bandcamp.
the merch.
It's
Yeah.
just
And even then, Live Nation takes the cut on the merch for the big bands anyway. It's like
it's just super cool how, I don't know, if someone buys a CD and maybe you get $2 to $5 or something somehow, if everything works out perfectly, and it's like, that is a lot of streams. If it's like, if it's 0.004 cents per stream, someone giving you $2 is like, holy crap, you just gave us like 10,000 plays or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, and we pretty much this is all for fun. Yeah, we just enjoy doing this, so money isn't really like a
for the love of the game.
Yeah, it's for the love of the game. It just lightens the load on recording costs and gear and whatnot.
Yeah, if we never made a cent off of it, we'd be more than happy. But it's cool to be like, wow, we don't suck that bad because a couple of these dollars may or may not have paid Tyler for his work.
Yeah, exactly.
So what can we expect next from you guys? Maybe a new song, a show coming up, a music video. What do you expect to happen next that you're gonna do?
I think all those things would be nice. The LP, like we mentioned, would be cool. I think we've tossed around the idea of like a weekender thing, go out to like the Philly, New York area thing. That would be really fun if we could get that to line up, just because everyone has day jobs and it's like, okay, like right now I'm home and I have some vacation, could make that work, but that isn't to say that maybe Kyle has a busy day or Mitch has a busy day during this holiday season or something. But I think those are the two primary things. I would love to do more music video stuff, like actually a like an Audio Tree live session thing. I'd really like to do at some point. Get like Mr. Paul Goon from Paul Goon LTD and
shout out Paul Goon.
Yeah, shout out Paul Goon. He is the best. And then get Tyler, because you could do a live session there. Something like that, like single camera, kind of like the Hanging with Trauma Ray video. I think they did that really nicely. Or like the Bleed live set from Audio Tree Live would be awesome.
Like what we did with Crash. With Crash, we did a rip-off Audio Tree at Tyler's studio and had our buddy Mike record it all. He did a nice job with that.
Yeah, I will say this kind of like effect-driven music and stuff. It's like it's definitely much better experience live and stuff. I will say, like you'll get a totally different experience than what you hear on our recordings than what you would hear from us live.
In person, where you can feel the air from the 4x12 moving. And pushing a little bit.
I will say we're loud, and your earplugs are nice because we'll rattle your bones a bit. Yeah.
I know the sound guy. Every sound guy would hate me, but I appreciate when it's just belligerent and you got 4x12s and it's just too loud and no quiet stage. You and I have played a little bit in churches in the past, many years ago. Quiet sound stage sucks.
Yeah.
Don't want to be anywhere near that. So maybe I'll get old and redact that, but I don't know. Real amps, real speakers, it's cool.
Okay. That's all the questions I got. Thanks for coming on the show today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I think we already promoted the main thing we wanted to add, which was just that vinyl. And we also have some CDs that are up on Bandcamp if you're into that stuff. We were very surprised that people actually like CDs. So that was
cassettes too, right? A couple cassettes left.
Some cassettes left too. Yeah. So that's all. Always got to shout out the Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks again for having us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, much appreciated.
And thanks for the good questions. I thought those were good.